to enter the car. Spit will come out from this other hand. Shoot the goddamn paper. God, how did this guy know this shit? Your girl spat. The next morning, the woman carried me and took me to church. This is how you get kidnapped. And well, hello guys. Hey guys, what's up? How y'all doing? Okay, I'll just do without the glasses. This video is so random. I just remembered an encounter I had a couple years ago. This was like 2015, if I'm not mistaken. Probably 9-10 years ago. And it's still a bit fresh in my memory. This is what happened. We are gisting, we are talking. I'm just telling people my story, what happened to me. We used to live in Benin Republic, right? And after school, I think I was in like first year of university or second year of university, I don't even know. After school, I usually come to Lagos to spend my holiday. It gets boring there on your own because after school, all your friends go back home, go back to Nigeria. So it's just you and you don't have any French speaking friends, stuff like that. I'm going to hold my mic here so that you guys can hear me instead of it being all the way up there. I don't want to yell. So this time around, yeah, I came to Nigeria, blah blah blah. I was staying with one of my dad friends' family. On this I wanted to say faithful, but on this unfaithful day, I'm like, oh, you know, I want to go to the cinemas. And mind you, before coming, I'm a student, or I was a student then. So I've saved up the money that I want to use in coming to Nigeria and, you know, spend and all of that. Money that I'm supposed to use and eat food in school. I'm saving everything up, you know, so I came with cash. On this day, I said, oh, I want to go to the cinema because I was bored too. I didn't have anything to do that day. Then anytime I come to Nigeria too, I always do like modeling gigs here and there, video vixen. And I think I did like 1 or 2 ushering jobs here and there. So there was nothing for me on this day. So I was like, instead of me to just stay at home, let me go to the cinema. And the cinema in Yaba was like Ozone. How am I remembering all these things? That's to tell you what these people did to me. So I entered bus. The bus stopped me at the last bus stop or whatever. So I had to just walk down to the cinema. I'm telling you guys, I was literally opposite the cinema. And the side I was coming from was that side, as if you're coming from Unilag. I was literally opposite the cinema. And then 2 elderly men stopped me. And they're like, oh, my dear, I'm looking for so and so street. I mean, you know, your upbringing, respect, and obviously they did not ask me anything rude for me to be rude too. So they just asked me for so and so street. Why am I not going to answer? It seemed like a harmless question, right? Sure. So they asked me for the street. I don't even remember the name of the street anymore. And I tell them, oh, I don't know where this street is. I don't know this. You can ask someone else. How did they even start this conversation? They said to bring up stuff. We are pastors from, it was either Mountain of Fire or Redeem. They used one of the two. I don't remember the exact church that they used, but they used either Mountain of Fire or Redeem. We got a call from one of our members. They were involved in an accident. You know, this very, very sad story. I'm literally giving them a listening ear because I really feel like they are telling me, you know, they are telling me something, and they're elders. It's not going to make sense for me to just walk off. And then they say they are pastors. So when you mention that you're a pastor, all of a sudden, man, I have to, if it feels like I just have to, I don't want to use the word reverence, but it feels like I have to reverence you and stuff like that. So I'm just standing there, I'm listening to them. Oh my God. The driver himself was the pastor, the other man at the back. I don't even know what to call that one. I don't know what they told me that made me to enter the car. Yeah, I entered the car, guys. This is how you get kidnapped. And yeah, don't do what I did. I was grateful to come out alive. But they told me something and I entered the car. And all that was in my head at that point was, you know, these are men of God. They cannot be lying to me. I'm just trying to be respectful. And they are elderly people too. They start to drive. And they're asking me questions like, where did I come from? What was I trying to do? And I'm answering them because, again, pastors, elderly men, you know, I'm trying to be respectful here. So I tell them what I'm trying to do. I was going to the cinema to watch blah, 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 blah. All of a sudden, he just starts to talk about like prophecy and start saying stuffs about me. That's when the first magic happened. We just turning round. So it took me out of that Ozone area and just went round. And then they went to like the 2nd street or 3rd street after Ozone. And then they just parked there. So basically the first thing they told me to do was to write something in a paper. I was at the back seat at first. So they tell me to write something in a paper. I should go down. Oh my God, I was so stupid. I was so stupid. They told me to write something in a paper. I should put it in my mouth, chew it, go down and spit it out. Then when I come back, they'll tell me what I wrote. Foolishly got down from the car, chewed the goddamn paper, spat it out, came back to the car. And then the man goes, this is what you wrote, yada, 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 yada. And my eye was just like, oh my God, how did this guy know this shit? How did this man know? Oh wow, he's a man of God. Oh God, he can see it. Oh, my mind blew at that point. But then I was like, there's no way this man knew what I wrote. There must be a camera there. There was like a little bit of doubt, and then there was a little bit of like belief. And he said talking about they want to kill me, that I crossed the road when I was coming here, that was there a boy that I said no to, that has been toasting me and I said no to. I'm like, no, there's nobody. And then he goes, remember, there's someone that has been toasting you and you've been denying and you've been telling the person no, that the guy said if he doesn't get you, nobody will, that he did something. If you cross the road, you would die. I was just here like, I don't remember anybody, like I don't remember having such encounter. Like what's going on? I will not lie, like there was a part of me that was like, do these people really want me to make something up? And there was another part of me that was like, but these people are men of God, they cannot be making things up. There was really nothing. So I'm like, no, I don't have such encounter. They're like, be careful, you don't remember. Most annoying part of it is I think at some point I started to feel like something was going wrong, but that feeling was not strong enough. During this whole encounter, the car was moving, so even if I got my senses, there was really nothing I could do. What? Jump out of the car? I don't even know what I would have done at that point. The guy was like, I have a hole in my hand. No, that I can't see it. It's a spiritual hole that makes money to be leaving my hand every time. That makes me to be spending money. Me that is in school. Which money am I seeing that I'm spending? The guy asked me, do you always lose money? I said, no, I don't. How about your dad? Where is your dad? I told him where my dad is. He's like, does your dad always lose money? Does your dad always waste money, spend money? I'm like, none that I know of. I don't know anything about that. He said to ask me. I think this is where I said to, okay, hold on. Let's rewind. And when he started talking about, oh, there's a hole in my hand, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, what's this guy on about now? Then the guy says, I should spit in my hand and close my eyes and close the hand, and then the spit will come out from this other hand. That's to show me that I have a hole in my hand. Your girl spats. Oh, I did it though. I did it. After some time, he told me to open my eye, and lo and behold, I saw like foam at the back of my hand. I was questioning things because I can be quite the doubting Thomas. I was questioning things like, how is this even possible for my spit to go from here to here? Till today, I'm trying to figure out how they did that, but I don't know what happened. It was after this whole ordeal, people said to tell me that I was jazzed, and I always said I can never be jazzed. This was something I always say, like, how is it that somebody will just come and jazz you? Like, how is it possible? But then after that encounter, I said to believe it a little bit, because what? I cannot even begin to explain what happened to me. So after he said that, he was like, do you have any money with you right now? I said, I just have my transport to go back home and I have some sefa. He was like, give it to me. We have to pray on that money. That money is not good. That money is not a good money. It's not a good money. This man took all the money in my wallet, including the coins. Yeah, I think I had like 2,000 sefa somewhere in my bag. I refused. I don't know. But like I said, something in me was like, something is going on. And another part was like, just go with the flow. These are men of God. Like, what is the worst that can happen? So I think that part of me that was like, something doesn't make sense here. Did not bring out that 2,000 sefa. But the one in my wallet, because I had my wallet in my hand, they took it off. Oh, we got to pray. We got to do this. We got to do that. Then he now said to ask me that my dad, there's something wrong with his money. Basically, they were asking me if I have my dad's account details, so I should give it to them, and then they need to pray on it. And that's when I was like, why are they really interested in the money? You get, like, why are they really interested in the money? I feel like I couldn't act on my thoughts. I couldn't do too much. They're like, I'm like, no, I don't. Do you know anywhere he keeps his money? Do you have anywhere? I'm like, no, I don't. It began to sound very fishy. Like, why are you so interested in the money? We are not even talking about the people that he said had a very bad accident and they're in the hospital, is somewhere around here, you cannot find it. People are now so focused on me because you guys saw an immediate revelation. When he found out that he couldn't get any information about my dad from me, then he asked me, okay, do I have any money in my account? That money is not clean. We need to pray on everything. I told him, no, I don't have any money in my account, because I did not have any money in my account. I came with cash. I didn't put any money in my bank account. And he asked me, okay, do you have any money at home? I foolishly said yes. I said, yes, I do. I have some at home. Like, do you know where it is? I'm like, yes. They're like, okay, we need to take you back to where the place is. I'm like, I stay with, right? I told him who I stay with. Just going around like that Ozone area. Immediately I said, oh, I have the money, blah, blah, blah. They decided to take me home for me to go and get my money, so that they can pray on it. On our way there, the man was saying some other things. You don't know what the one at the back. Man, oh sister, you don't know what the Lord has done for you. This man has did this in my life. This man has done this in my life. He was doing too much. He was really doing too much. When we got to the house, they packed a building after the house. And then they told me, when you go upstairs, don't tell anybody what is going on. Don't even tell anybody what is happening right now. If not, you will be deaf and you'll be dumb. Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, they put fear in me when they told me that, because first of all, they already did things that made me believe like, oh, they are legit. Oh, if they say this, if they say that, it's from the Lord. But I don't even know why the Lord will tell you that I will go dumb and I will not hear. If anybody asks you anything, don't answer them. Just go in straight, go to where the money is, bring it and come back here so that we can pray. I wish I spoke to someone, because the wife of my dad's business partner was around, and immediately I entered, I saw her and she's like, oh, how are you? I'm like, I'm fine. I was just like, I was not trying to have any conversation. So I just entered into the room, took the money that I saved. I think it was like 50,000 naira or something. I came out. She was like, where are you going? I'm like, I'm coming. I dashed out of the house, crossed the road, went back into their car and sat down. Yeah. They asked me, how much is there? I'm like, 50,000 naira. Like, is that all you have? Is that every... Come on, man. This is all my savings. What are you talking about? So they took my naira, they took my sefa, they took my coins. Not only did they do that, they took my phone. Yeah. And it's not like they took it out of my hands. I dropped it willingly. Yeah. They said whatever they wanted to say. The guy at the back was so excited. Thinking about it now, he was so excited. He was too excited. I should have known. The man said, the guy at the back, drop everything he has, go down, read Psalm 23, and then we'll go around after some minutes, after like 5 or 10 minutes, we'll come back and pick him up. Then I will do the same thing. All this was for me to think that they will come back to pick me. You get the scope. So the man got down, did his nonsense, whatever he went down to do. I was in the car, the pastor was telling me things. I don't even remember anything anymore. Like I said, it's like 9-10 years ago. So after like 5 or 10 minutes, we picked the guy up. The man was like, oh, you are set free. Is this person was trying to kill your mother? The man was like, yes, pastor. Yes, pastor. Oh, Jesus. Thank you. Then the man looked at me, tell him to calm down. I didn't say anything. Then he was like, sister, tell him to calm down. I was like, oh God, calm down. And then he was like, okay, it's your turn. Drop everything you have. Don't go down with anything. Just drop it. You go down, you stop at this point, keep reading Psalm 23 as you're walking. Watch your back, oh. Watch your back. Remember that they are trying to kill you. After 5 to 10 minutes, we'll come back and pick you. I dropped my phone, dropped my money, dropped everything, came down, and as I was crossing the road, I was foolishly reading Psalm 23. I went to the exact spot they told me to stay. I stood there reading Psalm 23. 30 minutes have passed, I'm still there. 1 hour have passed, I'm still there. At that point, I'm like, there's no way these people left me here. I think at that point, it said to dawn on me that I have been robbed, and I'm new to that area, so I don't know where I was. I didn't know how to start my way. and I did not have any money on me. 2 hours, I was still standing there. At that point, I just definitely knew that I was robbed. I had been scammed. And I felt so bad because I'm like, how is this even possible? These are elderly men. These people should have grandchildren. I was in denial. Then after some time, you know, Nigerians now, when they see you standing there for some time, sister, you've been standing there, anything happen? Because I was really standing there for a long time. So people that have been passing there to and fro, they said to get concerned, like, I've been standing there for a while. What's going on? I was not telling them, I'm waiting for my pastors. I'm waiting for my pastors. After some time, I was beginning to cry internally. I'm like, how do I even get home? I don't even have any money. No phone to call anybody, nothing. I was the definition of stranded. Thankfully, one of the guys that asked me why I was still standing there, he came back again. He was like, why are you still standing there? At that point, he was really concerned. He really wanted to know why I was still standing there. And honestly, guys, there are really good people out there that are really, I know that it's very hard to find good people, but there are good people out there. And if not for this guy, I don't even know how I would have gotten home, honestly. He really pushed, and that was how I opened up. I'm like, I'm waiting for my pastors. He asked me, do you know them before? I don't want to say anything. Then he stayed there with me. After some time, he asked me again, do you know them before? That's how I opened up a little bit. No, I don't know them. They told me to do this. After I gave him a little bit of the story, he was like, you've been scammed. They don't jazz you. I was like, there's no way. He started to laugh. He was like, I've been scammed. Because they also told me, don't move from that location. So that was why I stood there. So he told me, where is your house? Let me drop you. I'm like, no, they told me not to leave this place. I don't know how the guy was able to convince me, but he convinced me and I was able to leave with him. The guy is from the north. He was like, don't worry, just stay here. I'll bring my car. We'll go and drop you at your location. At that point, I was even scared. Like, which one is even worse? This random person that is offering me help. What if this person go and kill me? And I felt so heartbroken that somebody will use being a messenger of God to just rip someone off them. I was not even being like a lot of emotions. I was like, didn't these people see me and see that they're old enough to give birth to somebody like me, and they still have the mind to scam me? The thing pay me, the thing pay me, God. And when I got to the house, I was crying because all the money I suffered to save was gone. The cipher I was going to use when I tried to go back home and cross the border was gone. Everything was gone. What money am I going to use in this Lagos? Thankfully, I had 2 phones. Thankfully, I did not come out with the second phone. Even though I came back home to take the money, I didn't come out with the second phone because they asked me, is this the only phone you have? I said yes. So my sense was working a little bit. So it was that second phone that I had to even call the wife of my dad's business partner. She saw me crying. I know how she asked and asked and asked before I was even able to open up. Told her why I couldn't say anything. She was like, no wonder I came in and the way I entered and left was very suspicious, but she didn't want to say anything. Oh God, they put fear in me. It was so bad, to the point that I even dreamt, because they told me, oh, I'm going to dream this night and so thing will happen. I don't even remember, but the dream was not a nice one. The next morning, the woman carried me and took me to church. Maybe they've cursed me or something. Thankfully, one of the reasons for me being in Lagos, I wanted to buy a new phone. So after the whole thing, I just had to get a new phone. I think that was when I got my first iPhone. And my mom was worried. My mom was calling me and I was just crying. And my mom was like, there's nothing that they can do. You're not going to be deaf. You're not going to be dumb. There's nothing these people did not tell me to instill fear in me. As I said, hearing of the scam, people getting scammed by just asking you for the address. Just a simple thing. Oh, do you know this place? I can't find my way here. Then they just scam you of your whole belongings. Since then, oh God, I became very strict. If you like, have gray hair, I'm not answering you. Both the money that I wanted to use and pay for movie, they collected everything for me. Unfortunately for me, I entered the trap. And yeah, guys, that is what happened to me. Like, have you ever fallen victim to this type of scams? Or have you ever been jazzed? Let me know in the comment section. Tell me your own story. This is what happened to me. This is my story, and I'm not happy that it happened to me. I feel like such a fool, but I've learned. Like I said, let me know your experience. Have you ever been jazzed? Have you ever been scammed? Let me know in the comment section. Do like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.